put every brawler in Brawl Stars inside this case. Whatever it lands on, I have to win 2 games with that brawler. No friends, no team, just random teammates. And if I lose even 1 single game today, I'm giving away 2 Brawl Passes. The first spin is landing right now. Gus? Okay. Gus is the first brawler, but he's only the beginning. Every new spin gives the picker another chance to ruin me. 1 bad random, and the entire challenge is over. Let's see if this random picker just cost me 2 Brawl Passes.
Game 1 started surprisingly clean. Both of my randoms pushed left, so I stayed mid for a second, then rotated over to help them. And honestly, that was the right call. One of my teammates picked off an enemy early. Then I threw my super shield onto my teammate who was already pushing forward, and he instantly turned it into the first goal, 1-0. But the second goal was not as free. The enemies started defending harder, and for a moment, it looked like we might actually have to work for this one. Then Bo dropped his super right on the goal. The mines blew open one side of the wall, and the second I saw that gap, I used my super kick and sent the ball straight in. Game 1 cleared. And then Game 2 happened. This match started so weird. My teammate just ran straight into the enemy team like he owned the map, and somehow, he actually scored. I don't know how that worked. He did the exact same thing again, and with help from our other teammate, he literally walked through them again. We won in 18 seconds. 18! Gus didn't struggle. My randoms didn't throw. That's 2 games with Gus. First brawler cleared. Gus was easy, maybe too easy. Next spin. Colette. And honestly, this was the first time I actually felt safe. Colette is fun, and I thought this might be an easy 2 wins. But that confidence lasted about 3 seconds. Because the moment round 1 started, my teammate did not move, and this is exactly what I was scared of. Because in Brawl Ball, a 2 versus 3 is not a small problem. It is how you lose the challenge. But then, finally, he moved. And the second he came back, the entire game flipped. We pushed up fast, found the opening, and scored the first goal almost instantly, 1-0. Now we just had to finish it before something stupid happened. The enemies tried to reset, but we already had control. And before Colette could even get tested, we scored again. That's Game 1 cleared. And after that first game, I actually thought this brawler was safe. But Game 2 started horribly. Mortis dashed in and took out both me and Crow at the same time. Just like that, only Dynamite was left alive. The enemies pushed the ball straight into our goal. Wait, she missed! That miss saved the entire round. And because of that, we instantly got 1 enemy down and had a free chance to score. The first goal should have been guaranteed, and then I did this. Yeah, I know, that was stupid. Sorry, teammates. But then Dynamite came out of nowhere and saved the entire play. First goal goes to us. Now the pressure was on them. We had momentum, Colette was still alive, and the challenge was 1 goal away from surviving another brawler. And before they could make a comeback, we scored again. That's 2 games with Colette. Colette is also cleared, but the picker was not done yet. Because the next brawler is BB. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually like BB. Game 1 started with me chasing down Mortis, but he was way harder to kill than I expected. And while I was stuck dealing with him, one of my teammates got taken out. So I switched lanes to help Edgar, and together, we finally deleted Mortis. That gave us the opening we needed. Then Cordelius threw his super to enemy BB, and suddenly the goal was wide open. First goal goes to us. But after that, everything almost fell apart. Both of my teammates went down, and the enemies had a free chance to score. But Edgar did not care. He went all in, jumped straight through the chaos, and while Mortis was attacking me, Edgar scored the second goal. No risk, no fun. Game 1 with BB was cleared. Game 2 started with Mortis putting insane pressure on us. Luckily, our Mortis shut him down fast. And right here, I tried to bait the enemies by standing still for a second. Yeah, that did not work. The move completely backfired, and suddenly we were fighting for control again. Me and Colette managed to take out the enemy BB, but I died right after. And then both of my teammates went down too. For a second, it looked like the whole match was about to collapse. But the enemies were low, so I pushed them back just enough to buy time. And when our Mortis respawned, everything changed. He helped me delete 2 enemies, grabbed the opening, and scored the first goal, 1-0. Now the energy kicked in. I instantly popped Hypercharge to scare them back. I took out Mortis, pushed through the right side, and tried to end the game myself. But then the enemy Mortis respawned, stole the ball, and kicked it away. For 1 second, the win disappeared. But our Mortis came flying in to save the play. He took the ball, pushed forward, and scored the final goal. That's 2 wins with BB. BB is cleared. The Brawl Passes are still locked, but the picker gets another spin. Next brawler, Stu. And this one actually felt dangerous in a good way. Stu is fast, he can dodge everything, and if I play him right, he can completely take over a game. Game 1 didn't start too crazy. Me and Nita took out Jackie early, and for a second, it looked like we had control. I took out Colette, but the enemies instantly used that opening and rushed our goal. And just like that, we were down 1-0. Now I had to create pressure, because if we let them control the map, Stu was finished. But the moment Jackie got close to our goal, I had to turn around and defend. She was low, Colette was exposed, and this was our chance to reset the entire game. I took both of them out, and with all 3 enemies gone, we pushed straight forward and scored. 1-1. But after that goal, I honestly had no idea what to do. Then Colette hit me with her supercharge, deleted me and Nita at the same time, and suddenly, the enemies had the ball right in front of our goal. This looked like the moment where the challenge ended. Wait, they missed! That was way too close. For a second, I actually thought Stu was about to cost me the Brawl Passes. When me and Nita respawned, we instantly took out Colette and started pushing with Edgar. The enemies stopped our first attack. Edgar got the ball, and he had a chance to finish it, but he missed. So the ball bounced away from the goal, and I just went for it. Goal, 2-1. That was a brutal first game, but Stu survived. Now he needed one more win. Game 2 started way faster. If Edgar had hit the pass to me, we'd probably score instantly, but he missed it. Then my teammates pushed straight into a counter, which is usually exactly how you lose Brawl Ball. But Edgar actually did his job and took out 2 enemies. Could I score this? I faked the defender and got the first goal, 1-0. But of course, right after that, my teammates ran in again for no reason. Died, and we conceded, 1-1. Now this was dangerous. For a moment, I thought we were actually going to lose, but Mortis finally played defensive. And I used my gadget to shut down Colette. Then I activated my Super Saiyan mode and dodged Griff's shots like a master. A few seconds later, Mortis took out 1 enemy, and me and Edgar cleaned up Griff. Colette, you really think you're scoring that alone? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh no. Colt absolutely melted me. My teammates pushed all the way in. And when I came back, only Edgar was still alive. I passed him the ball, and I thought the game was over, but not yet. After Edgar went down, I backed up and waited for my teammates, because forcing it now would throw everything. We had one last push. If Edgar passes me the ball right here, goal! That's 2 wins with Stu. Gus survived, Colette survived, BB survived, and Stu survived. 4 random brawlers, 8 games, random teammates, 0 losses, which means the Brawl Passes stay locked. The picker had every chance to ruin me today, and it failed. But this challenge is not over, because next time, I'm not letting the picker play fair. If you think you know what happens next, comment your guess, and subscribe before the picker finally beats me.